Alright, here is Generation Next, issue 59. This is from that run that I like and I recommend. We have a guest star special here, a standalone single issue story. And if you look at the cover, the biggest shadow in the background is actually Batman. Emma Frosty's has taken a Mutie student on a field trip to New York, and they are currently at the Museum of Natural History. And our plot is very light because professional cuties Artie and Leech sneak off, and so we have Artie and Leech's day off. I will not hear anything bad about Artie and Leech. They are lovely. They are using image inducers to blend in, and this was set up in a previous issue. Emma Frosty's the most wonderful woman in the world. She gave them a pair of image inducers so that they wouldn't have to hide away in their rooms at the school. Oh yeah, the school started taking in human students. What's that? A great original idea for the excellent men. But nobody is talking about this great run because they prefer real thoughtful shit like Elliot Pride punching Galactus Man in the face. My contempt for the excellent men is at astounding heights, but Emma Frosty's is here, and she can soothe me. Our art is by Ken Dodd, and I like Ken Dodd. I have always liked Ken Dodd. He has drawn a lot of books I've read over the years. He's drawn a lot of Emma Frosty's. But in Generation Next, we really do have a great example of the same face problem. Is Emma Frosty's is beautiful, and then you have Ush. And a lot of the time when you see her, you think it's Emma Frosty's because they have the exact same face. And then over here, the middle panel, the one that's just eyes, if I showed you that art without the rest of the scene, you would think that it was Emma Frosty's, wouldn't you? Because I am the one showing you it, and I love Emma Frosty's. While exploring New York and looking for the kids, that is where we have our plethora of guest stars. We have She-Hulk here in a sexy skirt. But if she wasn't green, and if she had blonde hair, you'd think it was Emma Frosty's, wouldn't you? And then on this next page, we do have Emma Frosty's. Isn't she lovely? All our character stuff this issue is great. Here, Emma Frosty's puts to bed some of her past indiscretions. In this case, it would be one of her original students, M-Plate, being responsible for raping the man that she is with in this scene. It's a long thing. Christopher Clairvoyant. It's also a white man who was transformed into a Native American man. That's the sort of thing the Excellent Men fanbase thinks is brilliant, iconic and landmark. Absolute pap. Next guest star is Spider-Man. Artie and Leech watch him do battle with Sandman. And this bit is fucking spectacular. Artie and Leech use their image inducers to help Spider-Man win. Over here we have a guest appearance of the New Warriors out of costume. New Warriors Mark II. The writer of this, Jason Faerber, was also writing their series, their second short-lived ongoing. In fact, after this, I showed this cover the other day. After this, there is another meeting of the two teams. Shortly after this, it makes reference to this issue and everything. Both Generation Next and New Warriors have a team up in that issue of New Warriors. This run on Generation Next and New Warriors Volume 2 are great reading. Two very good runs in 1999 that went completely under the radar because people were too busy saying pompous drivel was saving Marvel Comics. Which does actually neatly bring us to the pompous drivel section. What else was out that month, that week, or that day? I have noticed a critical flaw with this feature. I picked out Generation Next instead of that Excellent Force issue with Bango because I thought it would solve it, but it hasn't. It's just the same flipping comics again. You might have forgotten, but Generation Next wasn't listed on any of these. When I brought this run up last week, it was an insert. It was a separate advertisement. It was never mentioned on these checklists. So I decided to review this thinking that our checklist would have different things on. It's all the same stuff though. Dead Pills, Earth Egg, Ed Gambit. Oh, the only one I have here is, again, Excellent Force 98. That is when Eclipse joins the Bondage Club. I have that one. Tying this to the video that began this week, we have Avengers 24 by Kurt Busiek and Jorge Perez. I think that is the final issue with the two New Warriors characters on the team. They just disappear after that. We have Brie Larson's granddad's Wolfman, Daredevil, Kevin Smith is done. Now it's that story that introduces Echo. The Annoying Robot, issue 5 of his series by Lewis Simon and Percival Barry. I suppose I've not read it, which is why I haven't mentioned it yet. There's Avengers Domination Factor, issue 3.6 of 4. The notable thing is that it is written in pencils by Jeremy Ordinary. Again, linking to the video that kicked off this week. It is a crossover with Fantastic Force. The Fantastic Force ones are by Stan Jurgensen. Never read it. Never been collected either. Now we have a cheat of a guest appearance. Artie and Leech disguise themselves as Mr. Fantastico and Invisible Wife. Then they try to sneak into Avengers' house as Thor and Captain America. They are discovered straight away because the real Captain America and Thor are already there, as are the two New Warriors members, Major Victory and Firestart. This one, it is a low-stakes issue, but its real strength is that it allows a lot of the characters some time to breathe and reflect on things while they are looking for the two missing children. The centrepiece, the best and most powerful part of the issue, is we are able to readdress the history between Emma Frosty's and Firestart. I'd happily say this is greater character work with Firestart than in all of Kurt Busey's Avengers run. The worst thing Emma Frosty's ever did in her time as a villain was how she manipulated and abused Firestart. She took advantage of a teenager and mega screwed with her head to make her dependent and loyal. That was the most evil thing Emma Frosty's had ever done. Not the time she sullied Storm's skin with her body swap. That's honestly what the Excellent Men fans consider the worst thing Emma Frosty's has ever done. The Firestart stuff was explored a bit in New Warriors, an issue of New Warriors, issue 10. That touched on it. It had Firestart re-encounter Emma Frosty's. But since then we've had major developments with Emma Frosty's, with her becoming a lot more sympathetic. She became headmistress of the Excellent Men School, and she's in charge of other children. And Emma Frosty's has pretty definitively changed. She has suffered, and now the children and their safety and their well-being mean a lot to her. But Firestart hasn't observed any of these things that have clearly shown Emma Frosty's has changed, and that she does care for and love her students. Firestart only knows Emma Frosty's of past, the one who she knew, the one who betrayed and lied to her. We still don't put it to bed here, but I don't think Firestart can ever forgive Emma Frosty's, which is a bit distressing for me, because I like both the characters, and I would like to see Emma Frosty's properly make it up to Firestart one day. If I know my Emma Frosty's, and I do, she is greatly bothered about how bad she was to Firestart. We end with one last guest appearance. Singe gets to see his favourite superhero in all the world of all time ever, Black Panther. This is a good one to check out if you have no idea what Generation Next is, or who any of the characters are. Artie and Leech are two cute kids from Extra Factor in the 80s. They have been around since then. Generation Next refers to the Mutie students at the school. Emma Frosty's is their teacher and headmistress. Easy to follow, this one, and it's got a lot of heart, and I like it a lot. 7 thumbs up.